Hi, three-wheelers around the world. We got a great show for you today. We have Michael Russell. Michael has just popped in, and he was doing some testing up in Derby, and now he's going to have to leave pretty quickly here to catch the boat back. But Michael, this is a great show. I call him Superman because he's going to take a run at being the first rider in TT history to do every class in 1 year. How do you like that? But at any rate, he's here. This is our up to speed edition of Three Wheels Matter, and it's made for this because he's in a rush. So yeah, let's get on with it. Hit it. Well, here we are back again. Yeah, so we're tight for time here because Michael needs to catch the boat out of here in about a half hour. So we're going to get into it. He's been down here in Derby testing the sidecar, and so he's going to go ahead and tell you all about it. In any case, this guy's got one heck of a history here in racing. Solo bikes. I checked you out, right? Because you've done the Manx Grand Prix, right?
Yeah.
In various classes. You've done the classic TT. And
Yeah,
you've done the TT.
The TT.
And now the first time at sidecar.
And now three-wheeling, that's
Right,
it.
yeah.
No, it's the Isle of Man's got a very special place in my heart, I have to say. And it ruined my racing career in the same breath, because when we started off racing two wheels, my aspirations were going to be, I want to be the next, Shaky Burn or whatever in superbikes. I got into it very late in a late stage compared to most. So we sort of thought, right, let's just throw ourselves into it. Let's get racing, and it was great. Year of sort of club racing, year of national racing. Unfortunately, the career took the path of sending me off to Iraq in 2007, which scuppered my British superbike sort of national super stock series. And a friend of mine said, "Oh, enter the Manx Grand Prix, do the Manx Grand Prix." And I'd watched the onboards, I'd seen the TT, I've been a fan of the Isle of Man as a non-biker for years, and I was like, no way am I going to be doing the TT course. It's just phenomenally stupid that anyone would want to do that. It's watching the onboards, it's ridiculous. So yeah, long story short, Chris. While we were away, I took my onboard videos and everything else, and had a chat with the ACU, and it's the sort of penny was starting to drop that we were going to do the Isle of Man. We were going to enter the Manx because there was nothing else in short circuit that we were going to do. So that's what we did. I landed back in the UK, bought a bike, came over to the Isle of Man. Never been to the place before. Got lost coming off the boat trying to find the paddock, and rocked up for the Manx Grand Prix in 2007 as a newcomer. And that was it. We set off on our sort of sighting lap behind Chris Palmer, who was just pulling wheelies and being typical Chris Palmer, and it ruined my racing career because ever since we turned a wheel at the TT course, I don't want to do anything else but race the TT course, race the Isle of Man, and then the Sunderland came into it. As a progression, yeah. We sort of got into it.
What it is kind of like the guys, but this is what it is. I think the guys they actually go on the road. Well, our road, the real road, the real road,
the TT course.
Yeah, the TT course. Really get onto it, right? Yeah. It's kind of addictive, isn't it? Because and what it is, like it's it's a specialist job, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Really, it's but obviously you could be good at various trades.
Yeah, I think. Obviously you got the Hickeys and the Dean Harrisons out there that obviously give them anything, they're going to be quick, Yeah. But yeah, the TT for me, or the TT course, it is It's iconic, isn't it? You talk about the Isle of Man to anyone in New Zealand, anyone in Australia, anywhere around the world, and they'll be like, oh, is that where they race that stupid track? You know, is that where that big track is, or the TT is? You know, it's known for the TT course. Let's face it. So, yeah, it's just for me. I'm fanatical about it. I love it. We haven't got the money behind us to just throw ourselves into Superbike and everything else and put loads of money into it. But that's what it is. But in some respects, that's what makes it really good racing as well, because it is sort of grassroots. I pitch up 9 times out of the year, 9 times that I've been over before. We've pitched up in a van, and we've had a bike in the back, maybe even 2 at a push. Fantastic, and we go racing. This year it's a little bit different. We've got 5 classic, 5 solo bikes and a sidecar to get a truck across over. It's a bit of a different setup this year to what we're used to do this challenge as such, but it is still grassroots racing. I'm a privateer. I'll always be self-funded. The missus credit card's literally getting maxed out every week on a new airbox or whatever it is that we need to buy, and to get us racing the TT course, and that is all we want to do.
Yeah, well, this is what it is. You got some experience here on this. Obviously, you've raced a TT many a times on the solo, and but you know what? You raced at the baby TT, right? We got a clip on that, right?
On the
sidecar, yeah. You've done it, right?
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
that was
fantastic. And I caught you there. I got a little interview. With you
we
there.
met
Remember
there.
that?
Actually, I
Yeah,
think we
remember
met.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
so
we
we
did
don't
that.
got too much time. Let's go ahead and play that there.
Something to play. Brilliant. Done 2 wheels, we've had some good results for the TT in the past and stuff on 2 wheels, but we made the transition to 3 wheels at the beginning of last year to take on the challenge of doing the TT on 3 wheels next year. Yeah, I can't wait, to be honest. It's going to be it's a fresh new challenge, and when you start something new, it is just, I wish I'd done it 10 years ago. When I started riding bikes, I was like, I've always appreciated 3 wheels. When you look at them, the way they're made, everything about them is just handmade, and the way people think about things in different ways to get them to work is fantastic. Then we took on the challenge, and we really get to appreciate the 3 wheel when you get on it, and it is just a different world. It's the grin factor is beyond. I cannot tell you the feeling I get of when I come back in. Probably going to sort of hang our levers up with the 2 wheels and stick to 3 wheels, and trying to keep up with Revo and Conrad and all the rest of them. They've all been very welcoming. They're all great guys, and it's great racing. It's great to learn off these guys how they take on the roads, listening to them, how they take the corners, etc. Everything's different. Everything's different. But this place is like the bumpiest place I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah,
it's bad enough on 2 wheels. Get on 3 wheels, and
it is a tremendous course here.
That's it.
It's a baby TT, and boy, it's a wild baby. It's a wild baby.
Well, this is my transition to roads. I don't think you can go straight into the TT. And from my point of view, it was nice to try the roads here. Tom Bryant, who's on as a passenger, fantastic short circuit passenger. He's never done roads before, so for him to come straight to the TT, I think is a big ask.
Yeah.
So from my point of view, we were introducing him to roads. Perfect place to do it. It's got all the bumps, it's got the sort of jumps, and
it's got all.
And
it's fast, isn't it? It's fast.
It's fast. It's fast. I started racing roads in 2008 and won the Manx in 2009, and then did a couple of TTs. We've always struggled. We've had sort of 2 years on quit for monetary reasons, come back to it and stuff. But roads, the TT is my passion. Road racing. This is my favourite event going. The TT circuit is my favourite circuit. So it's great. We're just taking it on. There's more and more soloists going into sidecars, and I think a lot of them look at it as it's sort of an older man sport. It certainly isn't. A lot of the guys that I've met in the sort of 3-wheeling paddock are guys that can do the engineering side of things behind. You know,
Yeah.
we buy
That's
a solo
what it
bike.
is. There's a lot of
It's off the
experience.
shelf. You know,
Yeah.
these things are handmade.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But there is more going into it, Chris.
Wait, oh, fan shake. Now this. We got to do that. The three wheel.
I can't.
Oh yeah, we got it. Okay. All right. Good luck.
Cheers, buddy.
Good guy. Cheers now, mate. What do you think about that? You're pretty
Those-
good. You're a movie star, I think, on that. You look pretty good.
Well, you know, not the next Brad Pitt, let's face it. But yeah, no, it was lovely to not, you know, when you sort of see the racing from different aspects of actually on the track, you know, the bike's coming towards you and then how it comes around the corner. And the slow-mo there, that was class. I've never seen that before, so that's great.
You did well, too. Your first
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
your first time. But it's a good thing. You get does that get you confidence up now with the TT?
Oh, 100%. You know,
Yeah.
Purely for the fact that we went round. So at the TT this year, we're going to be a newcomer again. So we have to do our newcomers laps behind whoever it is, Revo, etc., Conrad. So we did the same thing at the Southern 100. As a newcomer, we followed John Holden round. And John and Lee were leading us out as a newcomer. And we rolled on behind them. We had whoever behind us as newcomers. And me and Tom, obviously Tom was brand new to road racing, never sort of been to a road race at all. So we went off the line, followed John round, and we both came in and parked it and took the helmets off, and I was like, that really wasn't what I was expecting. Because it was so, not slow, you know, you're still doing, I don't know, 70, 80 mile an hour, whatever it was. Because it was so slow though, you hit every bump and the bike, the outfit, you know, you sort of,
Oh, yeah.
the bars were just,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was jumping to a curb or jumping on the other side, you know, not where I was going or expecting it to go. And Tom, thankfully, sort of said, you know, we need to just go and do the newcomers practice session now, build a speed up and slowly just see how it goes. And that's what we did, and that's what made it. Had we not done that practice session afterwards, or had it been just as bad as that out lap, that newcomer's lap, I genuinely think I wouldn't have done the three-wheel off-roading, because it's such a different outfit to a two wheels. You know, two wheels you feel the bumps and everything, but the Sidecar tracks. You know, it tracks the sort of angle of the road even. You know, so it's so different.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a great introduction, but I think it's given me a lot of confidence. So Southern 100, I think, is a more physical and bumpy track than the TT. Maybe not bumpy, but you know what I mean. It's definitely a really good track and a really good intro to the road racing. For
It's
me.
real intense for a shorter duration, is what it is.
It's a fantastic event, though, isn't it? We all, you know, I don't know anyone that doesn't enjoy the Southern 100.
It's good. It's well run. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Like, that sounds okay. But So, do you have any quick things about? Why do you? It sounds like you're really sold on the three wheels, and being such an experienced solo guy. How is that? How is it that you find it different? We know visually we can see it's a hell of a lot different, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, from the spectator standpoint, but from your standpoint, how is the thrill different? That must be where it's at.
You've just summed it up, Chris. It is a thrill. Don't get me wrong, I love racing two wheels, certainly around the TT course. I mean, we were up at Derby today. It was it's just roll around for a circuit, signature, etc., etc. But two wheels, yes, 100%. The buzz, certainly, it's the TT course, absolutely love it. But every time you get onto that sidecar, for me, the grin factor, the buzz you get from it, even today, you know, with Tom Knight there, newcomer to passengering, fantastic. He's going to be a star of the future, as he is with Enduros and everything else. But he is, he jumped on the back very kindly, which we'll go into, I'm sure, in a minute. You know, to get me these signatures, etc. Bit of time on the bike, but the grin factor is beyond anything on two wheels. And I think the only way I can describe it is you race a two-wheel motorcycle, you're sort of on the bike, you're in control of it and everything else.
Yeah.
The sidecar, you're in it. It's like a little, you know, you bobsleigh around you, you're enclosed in it. You're so low to the ground. The sense of speed is phenomenal, you know, and it is just an amazing feeling. I absolutely love it. and I hope it doesn't finish. You know, it's one of those where it's just you sort
And of course, you're not on your own.
No,
You
that's
got a
it.
guy with you in the
You
back
got
here.
you got your co-driver there behind you.
Yeah.
And that again, you know, that's what makes this sport special. You know, chatting to Callum and Ryan this weekend, you know, about this sort of pairing, because that's my goal, is to try and find someone that we can pair up, we can get some sponsorship, and we can go racing and stay together. You know.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone out there, you know, and wants to get involved with it and get onto three-wheeling, please give us a nod. So we had Tom on board this weekend, but chatting to Ryan and Callum about it, you know, and they're right, it is the only sport where it is, you know, you're dependent on another person to succeed. Obviously you've got rally driving and co-driving, but in terms of the input that passenger has into the outfit is critical, isn't it? You know, if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, or they're moving too fast, too slow, whatever, it will upset that outfit. So it's down to those two working together, the feel between them in the bike, you know, the bars as the driver, and then obviously the passenger, you know, moving up the bar, you know, up the back end of the driver to let the back wheel spin, to then move back to get it to drive. That's what I love about it as well. It's one of those where you look at it and you go, that's not two wheels. You cannot do that in two-wheel racing. It's yes, you move your body weight and everything else, and yes, it's a thrill. The front wheel picks up and everything else. But working as a pair, like, you know, left-handers today were fantastic. It was just great fun. Tom's there planted over the chair wheel. You know, we're flying into these corners at stupid rates of speed, and the bike just sticks. It just does what you need it to do, and you can sort of get that feel in the bars. It's I really enjoy it. I mean, thrill factor. You can take the quote. This, it is 10 times. You know, any solo rider that gets, if you like go-karting, you're going to love sidecaring. It's go-karting on speed. It is as simple as that.
And you're down flat. Your head's forward too.
Yeah, you sort of tucked
I mean,
in.
you're down low there.
Low, trying to get as low as you can, obviously, for
yeah.
aero. But it's. I mean, that's actually one of these things that I'm struggling with. I need to try and get more comfortable in the bike. Unfortunately, I sat in a proper outfit at the weekend. This weekend just gone, and it's the first time I sort of sat in an enclosed. You know what I mean by the enclosed fairings, Chris. Mine's like this big sort of. I mean, I like it. I think it's quite a stylish old Shelbourne. You know, it's a beautiful bike, but the actual enclosed fairings of these sort of. You know, it's a lot more aerodynamic. You can certainly see, but the comfort in there, once you work at it, that's what I need to work on. I can see why these guys go fast and can maintain that speed because everything's so well thought out about the bike, the outfit, the bodywork, and then obviously the engine, etc. But you know, it's there, and that's what they're fanatical about. Yeah. That's what I'm missing in it because I'm a solo rider. I pitch up by myself. I go racing. And I'm just jumping in an outfit. And it was today actually, I was thinking, you know, we're doing a TT in 45 days or whatever. You know, it's counting down, Chris, isn't it? And I was chatting to Tom, chatting to Ryan and Nick. And I mean, Nick's a fountain of knowledge for the Crow Boys, isn't he? Let's face it. But chatting to him, you know, it's all about being comfortable. And once you get that comfort, I mean, me today, my neck is, you know, it's all this sort of job, isn't it? So we're really just going to have to, over the next couple of weeks, we've got new bodywork stickered up by Happy Dogs down in, but Gary Partridge, the legend, he's really helped me out this weekend, made the bike look absolutely, it's popping, it's lovely, I love it, it's beautiful. So that's ready for the TT now, we've got the number on there, starting to feel a bit real. But yeah, we're going to be working on new airbox. We need to go side mounted airbox, so we're going to get that volume of air coming in through the side. So we've got this new airbox to fit up and fettle, and then we need to work on comfort, Chris. We need it to be like this chair where we're sat here and you can sit in it for an hour at the TT, hitting the bumps and everything else, but it needs to be comfy, and that's what we're really lacking. But you know, it is what it is. We're just going to have to make the best of a bad job. But I can't wait to do the TT. It's going to be brilliant.
Well,
jump off a solo onto the sidecar.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we have some good weather. See, this is the whole thing.
If we don't,
You know, this is you know, look how well Ryan and Callan did, but they didn't hardly have any practice the last TT because the weather was
What
so
did
bad.
they do? Like 2 laps or something?
Something
stupid?
ridiculous.
I think it was
like
the cycling lap, wasn't it? And then
Yeah.
and that was like, and then I think their first lap out was 110 or something stupid. You're like, what?
Yeah,
are they doing?
no, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. We got great guys. It's good though. But we put the spotlight on you now.
Yeah.
This thing.
Don't shine it too hard.
We love this.
It'll resonate
the
back off
challenge
the
that you
fire
got.
head.
You're biting off a lot here. Hey.
We've probably bitten off a bit too much. When we came up with the concept of doing this challenge as such, we were like, yeah, mega, let's just do it. But as it's gone on, we've got the bikes in place, which is great. As a privateer, to get sponsored 5 solo bikes is fantastic. I don't know how it's happened, but it's happened. So I can't thank people enough for that. But it is the running of the bikes. We've got the bikes. We've got a brand new Aprilia sat there. It's not even turned a wheel, and we're now 40 days away from the TT, whatever it is, and we're starting to think, it's going to be bog standard anyway. The BMW stock, a couple of handlebars, bit of suspension on there and stuff like that. But we're now starting to think, have we bitten off a bit too much because we've just haven't got, we're seeded for the lightweight. We could hopefully win it, in theory, if we're going well enough, we could win it on that Aprilia. Not that we're going to, because there's obviously numerous other people out there that are ridiculously fast, but we'll give it 110%. But, we're seeded for that, fantastic. But it'd be nice to just have that little bit of a cash input to develop an engine, develop a bit of, light, and put some lightweight bolts in there, just to, it's all part of racing.
Yeah, why don't we get some guys? How about somebody throw a bit of money our way here to Michael, huh? Yeah,
If that's possible,
go ahead.
that'd be great.
I tell you what, it's a lot of fun. I keep saying I make these pictures, but this is like around the world. It's the same thing. If you're a guy out there, you got a business, go ahead and start making a little investment, because it's a nice little investment. You're going to get some good publicity. In this case here, because what we just talked about, your situation here, Michael. Yeah, you're gonna catch some limelight here.
Hopefully,
that's
yeah.
what sponsors like. But moreover, once you get involved, that's almost secondary, because now you're part of the family.
Yeah.
And you're in the sport now. You got the bug, right? And you're going to stay. And you want to keep coming back. And you want to keep getting the buzz
If we get
of all the racing involved. And you make friendships. So this is
Are
the
you
whole
saying
thing.
that if we do this eight races this year, we should be pressing for maybe 10 races next year at the TT?
Yeah.
With the electric class and the.
That's what we get.
So we'll do
get
8
involved.
this year. Let's make it official. We'll do 8 this year if we can. And if we get, I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be great. Just to push that envelope again and do 10 races in a TT fortnight. That would be pretty immense.
But the event is so brilliant.
Mm.
You get out there. You have to actually, the cameras are great and it's spectacular to watch on film. But really, the real thing is to actually be there. Right?
You've got to see it in person,
you come as a fan, but ratchet up your involvement in this thing, and start becoming sponsors, help out Michael or some of the other guys.
Just,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna love
it's not
it.
just me. It's the three-wheeling fraternity in the racing is fantastic. The camaraderie on the evening. It's just. Well, you said it before. It's like a big family, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what I really enjoy about the three-wheeling as well. They're very welcoming. They're not shy of imparting knowledge.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in car racing and solo racing. They like to keep things in their chest. Conrad, when I first started out, was setting my bike up basically for me. You're like, do you not have a bike to fit yourself here, Conrad? And he's like, yeah, mine's done. Let's get yours working.
Well, we could. With three-wheeling, I have to put a little plug in for three-wheeling. I just have to do it because a lot of it, again, I've said this before again, and it's for all those people due to the sport, but everybody that's in the sport, and including all the fans that are close with the sport, it is a big family.
Yeah.
And, and three-wheeling, and because of that, what we do is we promote everyone.
Mm.
This is Three Wheeling's a sponsorship of anything on three wheels.
Yeah.
And all the classes.
And
And
all
we're going
the
to try to
classes.
get to everybody. Everybody's going to get an interview. We're going to catch everybody. Everyone's name's going to be up on our social media site.
Yeah, absolutely.
The photos are going to be there. And, it's a big around the world, and it's a big project, but we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's getting out there now. The world is
That's
getting
it.
out there.
It's getting
you know.
bigger. It's getting bigger, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we're building towards the TT, it seems to feel like it's getting bigger as well. But unfortunately, I'm sat here by myself when really I should have a passenger next to me on this side, obviously. But yeah, unfortunately, so we need a passenger. So if you fancy it, Chris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you done
back
it?
in the old. Oh
Have
yeah,
you done
I
it?
do that. They're crazy. Yeah.
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 So yeah.
What the heck? Yeah. I have a lot of people wanting to get me out in the chair. I haven't done it
I
yet.
expect there
I
is
gotta
quite
do
a
it.
few. Certainly
You
the
know
guys
what I
on
mean?
the island, you know.
But
We'll get Ben on. He's
I have to get up.
mad.
I
He's
think
mad enough
Derby's
to
the
get
place
on.
I have to be done sometime.
I'm
you
not
know.
mad enough for it.
Yeah. But at any rate, so what else you have to say here now while you're here?
Well, it's lovely to be here,
This is your
and
thing.
thanks for fitting us in at very short notice for a very quick interview. It's great. But yeah, no, we're going to be. Unfortunately, it's all about the team, isn't it? The driver, the passenger, that three-wheeling combination. But yeah, we have had a little bit of a setback. Unfortunately, we had Julie Caneper on board for TT, and I was over the moon, to have someone like Julie on board with her experience, her she's been on with newcomers before at the TT as such. So yeah, we went into this season, I have to say, quite enthusiastic about it. But unfortunately, Julie has decided to hang up the levers and retire from the sport as such as a passenger. So we went up to Croft the other weekend, had a little run out, and when it's not in your head, it's not for you. It's not for you, and she made that choice to park it, which is absolutely fine, and it was the right choice for her. So yeah, we've had to sort of rush around and get some guys involved because TT racing is up there as a sort of international level as such. So you need that guy with a license, the guy that wants to do it as a passenger, and also the guy that has got the experience behind him. From my point of view as a newcomer driver, it would be great to have that someone like Julie as such with that experience behind her. So yeah, we've got a lad called Dave Dean coming on board for TT, so he's going to jump on for Brands, I think, in a couple of weeks. We'll get a bit of feel for him on the back, give him a nice experience of hopefully a nice safe run out, which is what we entail to do every time we go out, and just build that rapport as we come into taking on Bray Hill and hitting it flat out. I can't wait. So yeah, Dave Dean's coming on board.
All right, that sounds pretty good. All righty, what we say? We bring this one to a conclusion. And by the way, I like that.
We got
a picture of our jacket. Of course, then we have here. We have
Bit of
Michael's logo on that jacket there, right? But this jacket here, like I have on here, you can pick those up at TT.
That's
I'm putting on a sales pitch here
That's
now, and they're great jackets. They look good though.
They are. They're
And then
lovely
if you
jackets.
if you're like Michael, you can, if you want, you can put your own logo on the other side of it.
Yeah, they're great jackets. Looking forward to it.
Okie dokie. So any rate, we got to do. You got to give me the fingers. I say plural.
Is it two fingers or three?
Two fingers.
Two,
You got to do the fingers.
2 and 3.
All right. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks a lot. Just hold her up there. Okay, guys. Three wheeling. By the sport, for the sport.